Welcome, Channel Surfers, to the recap of Big Brother Season 27, Episode 22, HOH competition and nominations. We have Mama C and Dee and Lauren today. However, Lauren is under the weather and she can hardly talk, so she's going to be jumping in with a little bit of whispering, but we're going to do the best we can. Lauren, get on the floor and pick up that weenie whistle wherever you threw it, because I think you're going to need it.
It was right here, and the kids came over yesterday, and they were running around the house blowing it. Last time I saw it, it was downstairs. Hey guys, it's Lauren. You're going to get a little ASMR today while I'm talking, because I'm all whispers. If I try to actually talk, I sound like a frog.
Well, let's get to it.
Remote reality, yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the host, side by side. Channel surfers, let's ride.
All right, so just to put it out there, we are not going to be doing the first 30 minutes of Big Brother because they did Big Brother Unplugged. We're not going to recap a recap. So what we're going to start with is Riley leaving the house. And there is a bunch of boo-hooing, an emotional roller coaster. I mean, everybody is going down that roller coaster right now.
I think Ava looked like she was having a full-blown panic attack.
She did.
Yeah.
Yes, and Ava's always happy-go-lucky, so I was really kind of shocked at that.
I think she was feeling this pressure. She was pressured to vote Riley out. I don't think she really wanted to, but Rachel talked to her right at the last minute before voting.
Look, and that all goes to they're scared. They're scared to not do what Rachel wants them to do. And now Kat is scared because Riley's gone and she has no one to protect her. And now she's got to pay attention. Hello, if you want to win $1 million, you can't lay on a couch all season. You have to get up and play.
Morgan is scared because the vote was close, because it was 5-4. This is the game, bitches.
We're starting to see the division in the house that you typically see going up closer to the end. They've got to pick a side and they got to stick with it, which is the reason why Vince is having so much trouble and he's really in a bad position. He's had alliances with everybody. He's not stayed loyal in those alliances. He needs to pick a side if he wants to go any further. Otherwise, he's going to be expendable.
Your game is to be friends with the whole house. How do you ever gracefully exit that?
There's probably some respect for friendships and alliances, but his problem is he's not stuck with it. He's made all of these alliances with just about every single person, and then he double crosses them. That's one of the issues that Kelly brings up. She is seeing him vote differently than what she and him have discussed, so now she doesn't trust him.
Way to play it is how Ava and Will are playing it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not forming strong alliances. They're just getting along with everyone. Alliances used to mean something, but if you're voting with the HOH, it doesn't matter.
Right. Well, Will is reading the room. He sits back, he observes, he watches, and then he goes where he thinks it's going to be best for him. I think he's going to end up at the end. I really do.
I hope so.
I do too. He's my favorite.
Vince is feeling like people are now using him. However, he has been using everybody all season.
Yeah. Great point. Yeah. It'll bite you in the butt every single time. And Catherine, she looks like she is on the warpath. She is making a hit list. She's got her eyesight set on who she wants to get rid of. It's everybody that she blames for Riley. She's really mad at Rachel. Why aren't you mad at Lauren? She's the one that used that veto that got him up there in the first place.
Mickey's in a room with Ashley and Will, and she's angry that Riley was sent home. However, she was put up against Morgan. So who is she loyal to? Riley or Morgan?
Yeah, they're questioning her more and more every week.
I'm like, well, I like Mickey personally. I think this game is just cracking her, though. It's hard. You're away from your family. You're away from your social media. You're away from your support system. You don't know who to trust. You see people leaving. She's part of the reason somebody left that thought they had an alliance with her, Jimmy. I just think she's cracking under the pressure of the house.
Well, she may be cracking, but I think that she's also creating a lot of distrust with the people that think that they're in an alliance with her.
She has a lot of distrust for them too.
Regardless of what's motivating Mickey, this behavior is making Ashley and Will and all of them reconsider. They like her, but they're going to start making moves that are best for them instead of the alliance.
Can't trust a flip-flopper.
Mm-mm.
Keanu is blindsided. Vinny knows that the way he voted was against the way that Keanu voted. So he has to justify this. Essentially what he comes up with is, let's tell Keanu that Riley was targeting him, and then it will give me a reason to have protected him. Because Keanu is blubbering, he's crying. He hasn't cried for anyone leaving his house, but his BFF Riley is gone now. And this is pretty smart. Can't do this once you get to jury. Once you're at jury, people can go into the house and compare notes. Nobody's going to be comparing notes with Riley.
True. Vince is pretty upset too, though. He's crying just as much as Keanu's crying. They're all crying.
Crying, really? Or is he
I think it's fake.
acting?
I think he's faking it.
It's like
He's
the way
gonna.
Jake cries when he doesn't get candy.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna fake it till he makes it.
Rachel and Keanu are talking, and Rachel says, I've got you to final two, because they were also on opposite sides of the vote. I don't think Rachel really has Keanu until final two.
I don't think she
No, I
does
believe.
either.
No, I mean, he's the one who mentioned final two with her, and she just went with it.
Yeah, and he's starting to see that. He's starting to question whether or not he's going to have that final two with her. He's a very genuine person, and when he makes alliances and talks to these people, he means what he says. It's kind of heartbreaking for him when he finds out, hey, that's not aligning with what it should be.
I think they could make it to the end. The problem is, I think Keanu would beat Rachel in the final.
It's a good possibility.
You can't have Keanu go down to the final two because he's a comp beast. He's
Yeah.
out there and told everyone, I'm going to pick every single one of you off.
And he's done exactly that. He is still in this game after everybody went after him week after week after week.
But that is why Rachel decided to let him think that they're
Mhm.
going to be in the final two, because he is a comp beast.
True.
Well, that will get her to the final two, but I don't know if it will get her $750,000. I look like Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's. Anyone that's watching on YouTube, I'm pale because I'm sick. I've got my sunglasses on. It looks like somebody's rolling me around in a wheelchair with my head bobbing all over the place.
We'll just carry you around, Mama C and me. Kat is smarter than we think. She is sitting there with Lauren and Keanu, and she is telling them Rachel is playing this game. She is running this house. If she's at final two, I'd vote for her.
She's like, it's crazy. She got out Riley. She's getting out these big people. No, honey, that's not crazy. That's playing the big brother game. And that's why she would win in the final two. It's because she's playing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's saying this because she knows Keanu is infatuated with Rachel, and she's letting him know if he is sitting there in the final two with Rachel, the votes are going to go to Rachel.
You think she has any sort of insight into Rachel and Keanu having that final two, especially as they voted on different sides this week?
I don't think so. She's been all up in Riley's face all this time. I don't know if she even knew what was going on in the house.
She did.
Yeah, she might be a, what do they call them, a sleeper? Someone who's just sitting back, and all of a sudden we're just going to see a bunch of action out of her, because that was a very smart thing to say.
Who is ready to ride that train? The wall challenge is train, and the first three to fall off going to be have-nots for the week. We have all the contestants on the train, and they are getting hit with water, and I don't know if the steam is cold, but it's coming out, and then they get hit with green slime. And I've never seen this before, but here's Kelly, and the wall tips, and she just hanging there on her arms. Her feet are dangling, but she doesn't fall off. Have you ever seen that?
Well, she said it wasn't her first time hanging off the side of a train, and I'm like, what kind of life do you have, Kelly?
That's a story I'd like to hear.
Me too. We need more information.
The first two to fall off were Ashley and Will, and then Morgan's.
I thought Will and Kat, those two could have experience on trains in Colombia where the Gamecocks are. Will's a Gamecock fan. Kat's from Colombia. We've got that loose cockabooze, which is this train that sits right by the stadium. And because usually smaller people do well in these wall comps. Because the smaller you are, the less weight you have to hold up. D, you would kick our butt in this.
Well, I don't
Yes,
know if
but-
I'd be strong enough to do that or not.
Yeah, but I know that you had mentioned, and I would have thought the same thing, that Keanu wouldn't have done very well. But he was one of the last 4 to hang on.
He does have a lot of muscle, though, as a personal trainer. So he probably can lift a lot.
He also did what Rachel told him not to do. She said never throw a comp. He basically was like, you know what? The people that would vote me out are off of here now. I'm just going to go ahead and try for HOH next week.
Well, that was a good plan, though, because he could have been safe this week, but then next week not. Right now, he feels he's safe.
Exactly.
Wasn't a good plan for Rachel because she needed Keanu to win and not throw it.
Yep, he was the last one of their alliance.
That was some self-serving advice.
Yes, but you know what? You got to play your own game. You can't play for anybody else.
She got
Right.
rid of his best friend last week, so there you go, Rach.
Mm-hmm. True.
So there's 3 left standing after Keanu goes down, and any 3 of them could win. They're all small people. We have Kat, Lauren, and Vince, but Lauren falls off. Vince is trying to make a deal with Kat. Why are you doing that? That's good for your game, but Kat needs to play her game. Her final 2 was sent home, and she probably doesn't have a good feeling about staying around for a while, so she has to fight for herself.
Well, she let him know, too. She wasn't into having any kind of discussions with him. She basically iced him out.
No talkie-talkie.
Mm-mm. No negotiating with me.
She shuts him out. She falls off the train, and Vinny wins.
Mm-hmm. And he's so excited. Like, he knew his life depended on winning this challenge.
See, you pull for the underdog. So did you get a little bit excited that Vinny won this?
You need to maybe pull out your weenie whistle, because the only one that's played this game so far is Rachel.
Well, and
My
I would...
weenie whistle is missing. My son's 4-year-old friends came over yesterday and got into my room. And the last I saw, all of them were blowing on the weenie whistle.
Yeah.
I'm already sick, so hopefully I've fought off those germs. You know, Nessie with
Yeah.
that cold in the comp. That's Lauren. That's been me for the past few days. All of it. Green stuff and everything. It's like the exorcist over here.
I don't really consider Vince an underdog. He's been playing this game. It's just caught up with him. He's been disloyal to so many people. He's just overplayed, and it's coming back to bite him in the butt.
Of course, the veteran player, Rachel, realizes that no one is being loyal to their alliance, and the newbies need to start being loyal.
What's the point of an alliance in the game we've been watching?
Yeah. She's probably looking at this as their biggest mistake, because in the past, staying loyal to the alliances was crucial, and this group of newbies can't seem to do that. They're playing it completely different.
They're playing it week to week. They're loyal for the week.
Right, and we have Vince, Mickey, and Morgan in the Melting Pot Alliance. Mickey is being disloyal to them.
She's probably going to use it to try and get herself safe this week.
Vince is talking to Keanu, and he kind of says the same thing to him.
Mickey needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
Keanu agrees, but he throws out Rachel's name.
This might be our opportunity.
Somebody's got to get her out, and it can't be Keanu if he has this final 2 with her.
Well, that was Kat's doing. Kat planted that seed.
She's a
Mm-hmm.
gardener.
Yep, I think she's a lot smarter than people have been giving her credit for.
Well, it's hard when she's making a decision like Riley.
True.
Vinny talks to Morgan. Morgan's okay with putting Mickey up.
Vince, he's like, I will never put you up, Morgan. I will never vote you out. Hello? You said the same thing to Riley last week.
You had a final 2 with Riley. He's got a final 2 with half the house. This has got to be a hard decision who to put up.
Well, and he's struggling with what he should do. Should I put Rachel up, or should I show good faith so he can work with them some more? He's going to be making a very defining choice with whoever he chooses to put up.
We say that, but these newbies play week to week, so they'll forget it next week.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but there's getting fewer and fewer people in the house. We're definitely starting to see a divide. If he's alienated both sides, he's going to be on the block from now on
Vinny needs to pick a path.
and stick to it. He's going to be smart if he sticks with not putting Rachel on the block.
He would be smart if he sticks with the bigger numbers, which would be Rachel's side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
His conversation HOH, I think the most defining one is Rachel, Keanu, and Vinny talking. Vinny floats out there that Rachel put him up, tit for tat.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel cuts that out immediately. No, sir, you are not putting me on the block. You do not want to go to war with Rachel. But as soon as she leaves, Keanu is smart. He says, give me 2 minutes. And he says, Vinny, we got to shoot our shot this week. Vinny says, should I backdoor Rachel? Keanu seems to think that's the best choice.
Okay, but are they not playing a new game of Big Brother? You can't backdoor people like you used to, because if somebody wins the veto and takes themselves off and he puts Rachel up, Rachel could win the blockbuster. And so you really can't blindside like you used to.
Keanu is playing a good game. He can't get Rachel out either way. Also, I don't think she would go to jury if she goes out this week, because you don't want Rachel in that jury house if you're the one that sent her there.
That's true, because she'll have a lot of pull in the house. In fact, she has mentioned that's how she won her season, because Brendan went into the jury and turned everybody for Rachel.
Mickey, I don't think she's fighting that hard to stay off the block. She does remind Vinny that she had a final 3 with him and Morgan. If he put me up for nominations and I was Nikki, I would tell the whole house that I had a final 3 with him and Morgan. I threw them both under the bus right there at the nomination ceremony. And then all of a sudden, Lauren is like, wait a minute, I had a final 2. Kelly is like, wait a minute, we had a final 2. Everybody starts comparing notes then.
I'm honestly surprised that somebody hasn't done that already, because I thought that would be a great strategy when it came to opposing Vince.
Vinny hasn't had power yet where he could betray somebody. Maybe it's this week.
He's already saying, I could put Mickey up. I could put Ava up because she put me up. He's trying to be safe right now. He still doesn't want to step on anybody's toes. And he even mentioned that he was afraid of Rachel. So
play the game, Vinny.
I think he just needs to pick a side and stick with it. And I think he's starting to realize that too.
And there we go. It's like deja vu all over again. He wants to nominate Kelly because he doesn't want to get any more blood on his hands. It's just a poor move. He puts up Mickey because of her social game. He told her that she's put people up during her HOH and they're all friends with her still. Then you have Ava, who put him up a couple of weeks ago, and then Kelly. She's been put up 5 times. I really didn't see that his excuse for putting her up was any good anyway. The great move would be if Mickey takes herself down and wins, he'd put up Rachel. And if Kelly wins the blockbuster, they could get out Rachel, and that would be a big move. So I don't know. It could be the biggest or the weeniest.
Vinny needs to make a big move. Right now, Mickey has made bigger moves than Vinny. Mickey got out Jimmy. That was a big move. Vinny needs to show that he is playing this game and he is competing, because people are competing here. They're not just floating.
And that's it for Big Brother's nomination episode. We'll be back tomorrow. Me and Lauren, hopefully she will have her voice back.
I'll be back. I might have this sultry, sexy voice for it.
It'd be appropriate for 90 Day.
It's going to sound real good tomorrow. 90 Day Hunt for Love.
Yes. And then we'll be back Wednesday and Thursday, both with Big Brother.
So don't forget, like and subscribe.
Let's ride.